departure for Romeo 21, please take
that. They're all around us. They are a source of wonder and fascination, of dreams and aspirations, a mixture of science, art, and magic. Remember when you dreamt of flying? It seems we all have. We marvel at how these silver birds defy gravity and soar with authority and grace. Of course, these magnificent machines don't fly themselves. For every airplane you see in the sky, there are hundreds of people behind it. Designers, manufacturers, service people, air traffic controllers, contractors, security personnel, training staff, mechanics. The list is immense. When airplanes are used, commerce is in motion. Goods and services are trading hands. People are employed. Over the past few years, general aviation has taken it on the chin. Unfair and incomplete media attention. Corporate executives using bad judgment. Pilots using bad judgment. Tragedies. All this negative media has an impact on the industry, on the commerce of aviation. And who is affected most? Employees, staff, people. In Colorado, there is a concerned group taking matters into their own hands to set the record straight. The Colorado Aviation Business Association, or CABA, is a grassroots group of aviation-related business owners and managers volunteering their time to improve communication between the state's general and business aviation industry and the public and local, regional, and federal governments.
CABA has a three-pronged approach to accomplishing its mission. The first is through legislative action. We reach out to our legislative representatives and we educate them on the benefits of business aviation. The second is through educational outreach. We reach out to the community and we also reach out to schools, high schools and elementary schools to educate them on the benefits of aviation. The third approach is through our membership committee where we hold events for businesses and operators on the airport and throughout Colorado to meet each other, network, which creates jobs in all of itself.
I had worked on the airport for about 6 years, and as much as I saw traffic come in and out at an FBO or was at a flight club and had touched various businesses, it was still very difficult to wrangle down, if you will, who was where and what they were doing and what they were responsible for and how that might be a collaborative effort towards something in the future for scholarships or education or combining businesses, whatever it may be. That's where our vision initially was.
We want to make sure that it's understood by anyone that sees aviation here in Colorado that aviation is not a luxury in this state. It has a tremendous economic impact, not only on the local communities around the airports, where businesses on airport are supporting those local economies, but to more rural areas that may not have access to certain things that are provided access through their general aviation airport.
Individuals and corporations don't use aviation in a vacuum. The community, the state, and the country benefit directly when business aircraft fly.
What folks don't realize is the far-reaching impact of aviation, in particular with business and general aviation. Whether it be that airplane that happens to take off at 2 in the morning, which for us here in the aviation industry, we can speculate that is probably in support of an aeromedical emergency. Or if it's just a general aviation aircraft that's providing flight instruction for a student who's working on his career, supporting his career path. The aviation industry has a very widespread impact.
One of CABA's primary tasks is to share the facts that Colorado's commercial and general aviation airports generate over $32 billion in revenue, while employing some 350,000 people. That employment has a statewide economic impact of $11 billion in salaries. $11 billion. The cumulative salaries paid by aviation-related businesses, finding its way out of the airports to supporting businesses and those they do business with. $11 billion finding its way to neighborhoods, supporting our communities, supporting our families.
When you talk to business leaders around the country, they say a community's not even going to be in the running, not even in the consideration, unless I have an airport there that I'm able to use. Because if we think about it, business is global now. It's all about servicing the customer, getting to the new markets, and being able to go and beat the competition with a better presentation, doing the face-to-face. I mean, we all talk about the wonders of teleconferencing, but still business is done face-to-face with a handshake, and that's how we create jobs, we create economic opportunity.
We realized that there was a niche to be filled to educate the public on the benefits of business aviation. That's why in the spring of 2010, we initiated Aviation Saves. Aviation Saves turned into a huge event for CABA and gained us national notoriety.
Aviation saves in so many ways. It saves the local economies by providing jobs. It saves businesses. It's a valuable business tool. It saves time and money for these businesses, especially in a hurting economy.
If you want to get fresh fish in Minot, North Dakota, you're using aviation to get it. Fresh flowers. Those kind of things that we take for granted during life. But when you look at general aviation providing the backbone of the rapid response that we're able to do, whether it's life flight helicopters, being able to move organs around the country very quickly.
Aviation Saves part of air life is very obvious when you look at it from the patient perspective. I also think that we offer a lot in terms of the economy. We put our bases, so we essentially decide where the next aircraft is going to be placed based on the population, based on the number of people, based on the number of injuries or incidents that that area has. And so we're constantly looking at how do we grow, how do we add resources to our program that still meets the demand of the population. So we're good neighbors, we're good taxpayers in that sense. We do employ a lot of folks, not just flight nurses and the pilots who operate the aircraft, but behind the scenes, the folks that really don't get a lot of credit are the mechanics that keep everything going, the communicators who run our communication center, who are very much like 911 operators in the sense that they take calls for help and help triage those, decide what is the best resources for that patient.
These kind of events really help bring awareness to what the industry is doing, some of the challenges that the industry has, and what we need to do collectively to get the word out and to continue to grow and support our local communities, our states, and our nation.
There's less than 500 airports in this country serviced by commercial aviation, and they do a great job, work hard at being able to go and provide services out there. But there's more than 5,000 airports across the country that can serve the large end of business aviation, and we utilize those to be able to connect the rural parts of this country with the rest of the country in a very rapid mode of transportation.
The next time you hear or see an airplane, ask yourself, if they all went away, who do I know that might be affected? Chances are, it's more people than you realize. For more information about Colorado aviation, or to find out how you can get involved, visit our website at www.mycaba.org or send us an email at info@mycaba.org.